Hello Aries, thanks for coming to your 2019 December chakra healing session. I'm Adjoa. It's nice to have you back here again. I have to apologize for my late uploading. I had this sewing project that almost knocked me out. The demand was just too much. So I just allowed myself to flow with what's going on. Anyways, either way, I've always wanted to rearrange the timing anyway, so that it falls on when the moon is after the full moon, when the moon is going into death, when it's dying, you know. That way you can use that time to rearrange and clear all the things that you need to clear about yourself. I'm sorry, my cards fell. Hold on. All the clearing that needs to be done, you know. It will be a good time to rearrange. That's the time where negative things come up anyway, because all the way from the new moon to the full moon is the time that you do what you need to do, you know. Revelations about the positive things that are going on, you know, in your life comes up at that time. You know, you have so much energy, things are coming up, you know, you're seeing things that you need to see for that sign and for where it's placed in your house, revelations and all that. So it's a lot happening from the new moon to the full moon. You're gaining at this time is how I see it, and you're also not just gaining, you're working towards what you really want to manifest, because you're working with the moon, you know, to bring you what you desire. So the best time to really be working on what's not working, to bring yourself in balance so it will be cleared enough for the new energies, is after the full moon. Maybe I'll wait till like 3 days, sometimes to 7 days, but you know, I think 3 days after the full moon, you're still kind of getting even good you know, gifts from the past full moon. So after that, you diligently start to work on what needs to be worked on before the new energy set in at the new moon for the new, you know, cycle. So it all worked out and it's all good, you know. It's the way it's divinely supposed to be. I don't believe in mistakes. Anyway, so with that being said, I think I've shoveled enough. What I'll do is I'll be pulling 7 cards for the 7 main chakras, and then we'll discuss that and find healing modalities to work with that, whatever is out of balance. And then from there we'll pull some archangel cards to give us more insights and on what we need to do even further. And then the last session, which is also like a 10-minute session, will be a channeling session for the ancestors or spirit guides or archangels come through, or whatever spirit entities that are there that are willing to speak to you at this moment concerning the imbalance that may be causing you to be misaligned in your ascension process. Okay, so realize that this is all about what's wrong so that you can repair. You know, it's not going to be a sugar-coated reading, what you just want to hear. It's about what you don't want to hear, or what you're going through that's not working out. Okay, so that you can get in alignment. I feel like my way to help is to help you to see your life in the whole. See, life is not fulfilled in my mind when it's out of balance. You're living in extremity. Maybe you deal with just spiritual stuff and you don't deal with what matters, how you're going to survive and stuff. Some of you are all into emotions and forget about your spirituality. It's like all over the place. The whole thing about the chakras is it pertains to all aspects of your life, you know, all domains and areas of your existence. The wholeness of your being needs to be in balance, and they need to be working in a certain alignment for you to ascend and for you to become lighter and for you to live a fulfilled and feel good about yourself life. You know, a satisfied, fulfilled life. It's not just about you succeeding in one area and not the other. So yeah, you're a spiritual buff and you probably do a lot of spiritual things, but then you were always starving. That's not a life. You know, that's not whole, that's not fulfilling, that's not joy, that's not happiness, that's not you being in flow, that's not you being in abundance, that's not you being as the higher spirit being that you are. That's not you being in your godhood. That's not you being the limitless being. For you to be in your light and in who you're supposed to be, you have to be in balance with all areas of your life. Doesn't all have to be the same, but you have to be in balance, which means every aspect of your life is important. And that's what this reading is meant to do, to help you to bring everything into alignment, into wholeness. All right, so enough rants for me. Let me pull the 7 cards now. All right, Aries, let's see what's going on with you. Okay, so for your first base chakra, you have the Judgment, which is a major arcana. The second chakra, you have the Fool. It's also a major arcana. The third chakra, you have the Four of Staffs. The fourth chakra, you have the 8 of Coins. The fifth chakra, you have the 2 of Staffs. The sixth chakra, you have Temperance. The seventh chakra, you have the Queen of Staffs. Alright, my darlings. So Aries, having the Judgment in your base, which is all about your survival, your physical existence, your financial life, and how you're surviving, and you know how connected you are to earth, and you know appreciating all of this beautiful earth that you're living in, and living that life that gives you all that you need for your foundation. You know, Mother Earth provides everything for you. You have a Judgment going on. This placement, to me, it's like you are in the final stages of something that you know, something that you've been working on. Your soul is going through this process where it is reassessing and judging all the things that you've been doing on this earth pertaining to your survival. It's almost like you're in a courtroom and you're being assessed, and you're being told, okay, so you did this job, this and this, and how did you get, how did this interfere with your overall purpose in life, and how did it work out? Was it a good thing to do? Is that what you're supposed to be doing? That kind of stuff, you know. All these questions are coming up. Your soul is, you know, questioning itself. You're questioning yourself about all these things, you know, what you've done so far with your existence, your life on this planet, how you're living with the people that you care about, how you're surviving, the things that you're doing in your foundation. Is going through the period of, you know, being judged. It could be that, you know, also could be that you feel that you're being judged by all these, you know, you're going through some kind of judgment, like almost like, let's say, for instance, you were doing a job and you were, let's say you were doing corrupt things. Thoughts of you thinking about how that affected other people is all coming to you, and you're reassessing how that's not a good line of business, for instance. That's just an example of what could be going on. So having the Judgment in the foundation is a very interesting placement, you know, I must say, because all these, the way you are literally surviving is going through a judgment process. It's being judged, and the only thing I can say is that if it goes through that process, it's going to come out in a positive sense, where you would readjust what you need to readjust in your life to be in alignment with your purpose, doing the things that you need to do to survive, but also it being pertained pertaining to the things, you know, to your purpose. Okay, so I see that's something that it cannot be a negative thing, although it's a lot of mental thing, a lot of, you know, psychological things going on here, and you feeling so weird sometimes, even, you know, just what is going on with you and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's going to be something that is going to liberate you and give you a new path, you know, for you to journey on and start all over and do something that may be better, or it may be some sort of graduation. You might continue the same line of things that you're doing. It doesn't necessarily mean that because you're going through judgment you've done something wrong, or it's going to end up in the wrong sense. Okay, because, you know, interesting enough, the next card next to it is the Fools, also another major arcana, which is all about you setting out and going after whatever you desire without any preparation, without knowing how it's going to end. It's like you're starting a whole new soul's journey. It's like a whole new journey of growth and awareness. You're getting into a new territory. You're desiring to start all over, okay, whether you're prepared or not. And that's what's in the second, you know, it makes sense from the Judgment. You're desiring to do that, so it's kind of like in alignment. And the second chakra is all about your desire, your passions, sexuality, and things that, you know, brings you joy and pleasure, stuff like that, you know, children, childbearing, creativity, you know. So having the desire to start all over, like it's an adventure for you, Aries, is like right in your alley. That's what you do best. You don't need to sit down and plan. You're a doer. You just get up, go do what you gotta do. If you thought you had to do it, you did it already. You're a doer. You know, you start new things, and you may fall, but you have the courage, and that's what you are applying here in your desires, in the passion, the second chakra. So you know what, I don't see anything wrong with that. You sometimes in life, we all have to start from the scratch and take on a journey that we don't know. We don't have all the answers, but it is something that our soul desires, especially if it's a major arcana like this. Looking at your third chakra, you have the Four of Staffs. Like I said, the Four of Staffs is it's like a card of success, but it's a success in the relationship aspect. You know, it looks like a marriage couple, you know, finding stability, getting married, joining hands with someone. Ooh, I'm gonna have to take this earring off. It is hurting that ear for some reason. All right, okay. It's a happy moment. It's a blissful situation in the home, you know, between you and your partner. This is what your willpower, your gut instinct is telling you to do this. You're going to do this. You're acting on this. Okay, you're getting married to somebody, or you're redefining your relationship with someone, but it's a happy one. It's not a negative energy. It's a very successful relationship. If you're renewing your vows, it could be that, or it could be that you're just newly getting married to someone. A marriage is on your mind. That's what you intuitively want to go and do. Okay, it's your personal power. You feel like that's what you need to do. It could be that it may be why you feel this adventure. You feel like marriage is an adventure because you don't know how the marriage is gonna be in this situation. That's what I'm seeing here. You don't know how it's gonna turn out, but you are you are hopefully taking that action, because I feel like that's what the Fool is all about here in your second chakra. So these Aries that I'm talking to, you're getting married. You feel like it's a new adventure. You're not totally prepared. You don't have all the tools, but you know that you're going to get married to someone, and you're taking that that leap of faith, you know, with this marriage. So that's an interesting thing. I don't see anything wrong with that placement, because in different times in your life you have different desires and different goals. And for you, this Aries, this time it's about you going to get married to someone, and in your mind you know that it's an adventure that you may not be prepared for, but you're willing to take that step to go after what you want. And so I don't see anything that is out of balance at this place. It's a good placement. It's an action that you want to take, and I don't see how that affects you. Okay, and you move on to the fourth chakra. You have the Eight of Coins. The Eight of Coins is about you diligently working towards what, getting some things in flow, like your finances. It's tangible things. These are practical things in your life. Let's say you have a project, you're working towards the project, you know, that's going to end up bringing you some finances, and you're working diligently towards it, and that's what it's in your heart space. So your heart desire is you working on your goals, because this is where you feel unconditional love for yourself and people around you, your children, your loved ones, and the universe and all that stuff. You have this, you know, open heart energy, unconditional love towards all of this, and this is how you feel. Your heart is open, and you understand the work that needs to be put into whatever you're desiring. This is what I'm getting here. Whatever you desire and that you're going after, you understand the work involved, you know, and your heart understands this. You understand this from the heart center, which is your truth. Okay, you understand that you need to work towards it, and you're working towards this union. And also it could also mean that you're working hard towards this union that you're going after. You've been doing all that you have to do, because marriage is a tangible thing. It's like something that you're going to hold in your hands. You're going to have, your life is going to change, you know. So yes, you need some work in your relationships. You work towards your relationship. You're working very hard towards this relationship. That's what it seems like, because you know that it's something of value to you. Okay, you need this person in your life. You feel that way. You want this person. It makes your heart sing. It brings you joy. So you understand the work that you need to put into it to bring this into fruition, and that's what you're doing. That's what I'm seeing from these cards right now, Aries. Looking at your fifth chakra here, you have the Two of Staves. This is a card of reflection. You're reflecting over all these things that you're doing. And it is not a stable energy, because it's like you're torn a little bit, and you're thinking about things, you know, from the past, and you're weighing options about this whole thing and all that, you know. But I don't see this as a negative expression when you're reflecting upon things before you make a move. But the only thing that I also feel, as I was saying, is that if you've decided to go after this marriage, there is no need for you to feel torn about it, because you're working hardly towards it. You're working very hard towards this relationship that you are trying to bring into your existence. So reflecting on it should not last too long, where it starts to bring you confusion. Okay, I don't see confusion yet. I just feel like you're thinking a lot about this. So I don't think that, you know, I think that what you need to do is to work to gain more clarity. But looking at the Judgment in your base, I think clarity will naturally occur, because you're doing a lot of thinking about things, and you are acting also. So you're not really stuck where you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're just reflecting and thinking. Like I said, reflection it's not always a negative thing. It's actually more of a good thing, because it allows you to think deeper about what you're doing. And that's what's in your expression. You're talking about this. This is how you're putting yourself out there. That you're reflecting on things. This is your truth. This is also what you believe in. This is what you think that you should be doing. Reflecting and thinking deeper about what you're doing. You're in your head about this. That could make it negative. If you're in your head too much, it's not very healthy for you. So you need to release that. That's all I have to say. Don't overthink things. Don't overthink this situation. You've already acted on your desire. You already took the leap of faith. You're acting on this. This is your action. You're already getting married. You've been working towards this relationship. So no need to think about anything, and don't second guess yourself to get any headaches from this. That's what I have to say about this. I don't see any imbalance yet in this situation. Just you realizing that you can overthink things. So meditation will help, so that you can listen to your thoughts and gain some calmness and clarity and quiet down your mind. Okay? That's the only thing I think you should do for this situation, for your fifth chakra. So that when you speak, you speak what you really want to speak about. Tell your truth. Taking in deep breaths will also help calm you down and bring your nervous system down and calm it down. Slow it all the way down. Take some naps. Relax. That's all I have to say about this. You can keep some turquoise on you to help you, or some lapis lazuli on you to help bring this energy down. The overthinking. Looking at your sixth sense, you have another major arcana there, the temperance. The temperance. So here in your sixth sense, where you have your clarity, wisdom, the gateway to your own spirit, using your intuition here. It's a place of psychic abilities, all this stuff. The subconscious mind is connected to the sixth sense here. Things that are happening subconsciously, things that you're manifesting also. You manifest through this. You already know all about the sixth sense, its powers and what it is. You have the temperance there. You are really using your spiritual gift when it comes to this situation. You are intuitively making sure that everything is in balance. You're thinking about other people's feelings. You're looking at the whole situation. You are not making any rash decisions. You are really thinking in a higher state of being, so that even though yes, you've taken a leap of faith about this marriage and all this situation, you're still considering all areas. In your spirit, that's what you're doing. You're using your intuition, your sixth sense, to bring in this energy of tranquility and peace and hope and understanding each other and feeling this, like equality. I don't even know how to put this. You're not being selfish about anything. You're really putting this person's emotions and situation and everything that's going on. You're considering them in all of your thinking, in all of your thoughts, and you're bringing in balance and making sure that you're not doing things that are going to harm the situation. You are really thinking clearly before you act and applying wisdom in this time. I like that. You're applying wisdom here. This is the place where you gain clarity and you have the ability to do that, and you're doing that subconsciously. Okay? You're using your intuition and your spiritual ability to do this underneath all of this, to help you and guide you so that you don't overextend yourself in certain places, or step on your other person's toes and things like that, just to get things done. That's very good energy. I don't see anything wrong with that, Aries. And it's quite interesting, since you have the Two of Stars, which is, you know, you being reflective and thinking deep, and some of you overthinking and staying in your head too much, to the Temperance in your 6. It's like it's in flow. It makes sense, okay, because you're deep into thoughts, reflecting about things, whilst you're applying, you know, temperance. You're applying wisdom here. You're applying, you know, bringing tranquility and balance in all that you're doing and thinking. And it makes sense if you're that deep in thoughts. It really makes sense. So I don't see anything wrong with this. It's almost like it's in alignment with everything. And then looking at the Queen of Staffs, it's like, you know, in your crown, you're feeling very passionate about this. You know, this energy is a very beautiful energy, a highly enthusiastic female energy that is mature enough to know what they want, going after it and having all the things that they need, you know, understanding that what it takes to do what you need to do, to go after your goals and ambitions and desires with that much enthusiasm and interest and passion. That's how your spirit, your crown, the way you're gaining this information. This is how you feel in your spirit. You know, you have this spirit of that Queen of Wands. You know, that enthusiastic queen that is passionate and know what they want and go after it and have all that they need to manifest whatever they want to manifest, and feeling good about it. You know, that creativity. It's a beautiful card to have there. If this is how you feel about this marriage, then it's going to be a beautiful thing, because I think it's connected to this marriage. It's mostly Wands here. It's mostly Wands. Wands in the 2nd, Wands in the 3rd, Wands in the 5th, and then Wands in the 7th. It's all about your desire and your passion, and you going after what you desire and want, taking the actions that need to be taken, working on what needs to be done, and applying wisdom, balance, and tranquility in this situation, you know, and caring for other people. This is a beautiful energy. I don't see anything here that you need to be working on, honestly, with you, Aries, for this month. I really don't see anything here that you need to be working on. All I know is that you are after something and you're going after it, and your whole system is pushing you forward. It's like this is what you desire to do, and you've applied all that you need to apply. It's like you're ready for it. The Queen shows me that you're ready for it. You've been prepared. You've been working on your money. You've been working on everything that you need to work on to bring this marriage or whatever you're desiring into fruition. And it's going to be a successful one, because this card is not also about marriage. It's also about indication of success. You know you're going to succeed, and that's why you took the leap of faith with what you desire. And this is a powerful energy. You're manifesting. You're going through the last stages of whatever you need to think about, so you can get through with all this and bring this into fruition. I have nothing to say. You just need to continue doing what you're doing, and that's it. You know, with a bit of meditation, so that you can calm down in the deep reflection, so it doesn't turn into overthinking and you being in your head. I don't see anything wrong that's going on here at this moment, my Aries. Thank you so much. This is a beautiful reading for you for the month of December. At this moment, I'm gonna pull just 3 cards from the archangels with any further advice for Aries. Thank you, they already gave me 2 cards. One more card, my angels, for the Aries for the month of December for their chakras. Since I don't see any imbalance, you may see something that I have missed, or you may have some advice for them concerning the situation. One more card, please. This is beautiful. Ooh, he gave me 4 cards. Okay, my angels, let's do this. So we have 4 cards for you, Aries. The first one is Peace, Clear Cognizance, Take Back Your Power and You Are Safe by Archangel Michael. Let me start by reading them. Since we have 4 instead of 3, I've decided to go down to 3 cards because of the time. Archangel Shamiel says, peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Look past the surface of the situation and see the underlying truth that everyone involved is a child of God filled with love. By focusing upon this truth, you elicit loving behavior and solutions. Even though appearances may seem otherwise, trust that a higher wisdom is in charge. Love is the only power that exists, and its light shines away any seemingly darkness. Hold the intention to look for examples of this light within yourself and others, and you have more light in your mind, heart, thoughts, and life. This knowledge is the foundation of peace. I think that is pertaining to the temperance, further telling you that, you should see, what you're supposed to be seeing in others, right? Seeing that everybody is light and they're all children of God, and you applying this, adding that thought also, to what you're already doing, by thinking about everybody that's involved in this situation and seeing them, for who they truly are in the core, and not what these physical beings that are sitting in front of you. These are all beings of light in front of you. So that's what you need to recognize in this. So that's additional advice for you from Archangel Shamuel. Alright, and let's move on to the Clear Cognizance. So Archangel Uriel said, pay attention to your thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. You've prayed for answers, and they've come to you in the form of repetitive thoughts telling you to take steps and make healthy changes. Don't discount your thoughts or think they are just dreams or common knowledge. Your thoughts are tuned to high frequencies right now and are trustworthy inspirations. All great inventions, new businesses, and teachings stem from this same universal source of wisdom. You are tapped into the divine wisdom right now, and it's important to notice and record your thoughts, then act upon these answers to your prayers. So they want you to think and take all these thoughts, ideas that are coming to you into what? Into account. You need to pay attention. It makes sense, temperance, you're tapping into some high energy. I think it's still connected to the temperance here, and also the crown, this enthusiasm, this passionate energy, this fiery energy that you have here, the queen energy that you have there, is really bringing in some high thoughts, information for you to use in what you're doing here. So pay attention, they said. And the third card is Take Back Your Power by Archangel Raziel. Use your God-given power and intuition to manifest blessings to your life. Let me find the card real quick. Okay, let's read that quickly. It says, you are a luminary, a sage, a wise one, a high priestess, high priest, a wizard, and a supreme manifester. Now is the time to summon up your spiritual strength and power and put your authority into action. Lovingly and firmly transform your intuitions into reality. Say prayers about your intentions and ask for guidance and signs to shape your manifestations to the highest possible level. So Archangel Raziel says, what? You're a great manifester, you're a sage, you're a priest. It makes sense. You are a doer. So you need to manifest whatever you need to manifest to make this stuff happen. That's all I can say. I don't have much to add on to what they already have told you. The last card here is you are safe. Archangel Michael says, I'm protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. Let go of worries as I'm surrounding you, your loved ones, home, and possessions with powerful loving light. This light repels lower energies and attracts loving experience. Focus on the light and love instead of on fear, as you'd attract the object of your focus. With your mind free of fear, you have additional time and energy to devote to your life's mission. You are free when you are fearless. Know that you are safe at all times and that my protection is flawless. This is beautiful. I think it's pertaining to the judgment, because when you're going to judgment, you tend to think about all these negative things like I was telling you, and that would bring in those energies that you're trying to work your energies through to clear out. So be careful what you're focusing on, like what the Archangel said, and he's protecting your home in this time that you're going through all this judgment and all that stuff. So at least we know nothing is about to fall apart, right? So that's really good. So I like this. I really like what the Archangels have added on to you. There's further advice for you to work with. This is beautiful. At this moment, we're going to call in the mighty ancestor, the spirit guides, or all the angels or whatever spirit entities that are watching over you at this moment that want to give you any extra guidance. Thank you so much for using me as a channel. I call on divine to use me as a channel to bring in any information that you may have for the Aries at this moment. I heard be steadfast in your thinking, get out of your head. I hear there's a jealous one in your family, in your extended family around you. You know this person, you understand, you know that's how they are, you know what is going on. They are determined to ruin you if you allow them. I heard she's a real estate agent who desires nothing but money. So this person that's jealous of you is a real estate agent. I hear it's absurd, the lies that she comes up with. I heard that you have to move from California to Seattle. I don't know if it's for the same person. I don't know. I don't know why I keep... if I don't say this, it probably won't move for me to hear the next information, but all I see is somebody's wig getting snatched off their head. It's the same person. She's in opposition to your goals. She desires nothing but your downfall. Oh my God. This person is really, this female is not, does not really like you. Well, who's speaking through me? I hear I am Jasper. I'm a spirit guide. I work with you every morning when you meditate. I hear you should throw away your clothes and buy you new ones, your old clothes. It says that a red leather boot is ugly. I hear you should go after your heart. The expenditure is too much for the wedding. The chosen ones will always follow you wherever you go. Church is not the answer. You need spiritual healing. Be upright about your thoughts and everything will flow. Don't accept anything less. Don't allow anger to control you. You're a fiery ball. You shake the status quo for everything. Okay, my spirit guide, I think I want to leave before this camera cuts off on us. Thank you so much for coming through for the Aries that is watching me. But as I'm cutting off, I heard you are blessed. Everything that you're doing is going to work out in your favor. Okay, so Aries, thank you for coming to my channel one more time, and I appreciate your likes, subscriptions, and your shares. I would see you in the middle of January. I'll start videoing 21 days from now. Hopefully all things being well and according to divine purpose. Start working on whatever you need to work on, which is almost nothing for you. So this is beautiful energy. Keep going, keep being the Aries, keep being the fireball, keep being the Queen of Stars. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in January, Aries.